All right, new runner should be about to head off. And yeah, I'm actually interested to see some predictions because either of these runners can take it. They're both very good. You know, when you have two people with sub ones going against each other, either one can win, unless one of them is Josh. Like
okay,
either one can win.
Nah, I'll beat Josh.
I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I know a lot more about SixRock and his runs than I know about Carnate, so... Ooh, nice. SixRock.
Oh, he doesn't get it.
He was going for the cell skip right there.
Yeah, so tries to go for the geyser cell skip, which very complex.
And then this Josh makes it look so easy.
Yeah, Carnate takes the advantage. Couple second lead in geyser. You'll probably carry this lead all the way throughout geyser. Both runners, once you have a sub 1, you're pulling 115s out pretty much every run.
Yeah. And there's me 140 geyser. Let's go.
Ooh, Carnate he's messing up movement a little bit, so 6 is catching up.
6 is, yeah, it's still very close. It's anyone's geyser at this point. Who's getting out of geyser first?
Actually, I think SixRock also started about a second earlier. Half a second to a second earlier, so keep that in mind, I guess.
Damn, disqualified. Started too soon.
DQ'd.
Carnate's still just ahead.
Yep, he's probably about a full second ahead. It's a pretty good start for the two.
It's a very good start.
But none of it matters until Fish.
True.
Fish RNG.
Nothing compared to the challenges that lie ahead.
Yeah, this run is just whoever gets better Fish wins.
We got the moves.
Well, wins early game anyway.
We have to stay in chat, Big Green, but we're itching to get on with our.
Got a lot of Fish RNG.
Fine, fine. Adventure away then. And while you're out adventuring, why don't you make yourself useful? My darn green eco collectors are clogged up.
Look at how low poly these models were.
Far side of the beach and clear them out, why don't you?
Dang.
Follow the lamps. They'll take you right there. Now, all of you, get out of here!
So I'm making a prediction right now for Fish game, actually.
Oh, very nice. Carnate just ever so slightly ahead still. Unless he bonks. Oh, he bonked. Oh, he bonked again.
Yeah,
okay, now SixRock is ahead.
So SixRock has a 57-16, but that is mostly because he doesn't run this category. He is easily capable of a 55 if he wanted. He runs categories like low eco and all flies and some of the more difficult categories in the game.
I see.
So he definitely has the talent advantage over Carnate, but Carnate may have more of the no LTS experience.
Nothing to talk about.
So yeah, that's why this should be an interesting.
Took a bite out of me,
very interesting.
Very good race.
No matter what I try, I can't seem to catch a single fish in this
Wow, a lot of money on 6, even though this is completely RNG. It's literally like a 50-50 chance for both.
I'll give you a
Legit though.
if you can catch 200 pounds of them critters.
Lots of money on 6 to win this.
To get to Misty Island.
It reminds me when I had Godfish in a run, and then I lost the run because I kept bonking and dying.
In my race, I almost finished Fish in eel phase. I was just a couple fish off, which is pretty much Godfish for no LTS, being able to finish in eel phase.
That's pretty Godfish.
There are poisonous eels.
So, if people don't know, this fish game is actually manipulable. You can manipulate the RNG in this fish, but we do not do it in no LTS because it's slower.
You use the eco towers, right? Also, I've heard anyway.
Yeah, so in 100% and categories where you do the mirrors, if you break the mirrors and then do fish, for some reason you get a lot more golds. Don't know why. We still are, data miners and code miners have not figured it out yet. What manipulates the RNG there, but for some reason in 100% the fish is just better. Alright, so the prediction is who will get more fish out of fourth phase.
Fish are built different into 100% apparently.
Okay, that was third phase, so they're into their last phase now. Carnate has a significant advantage. But 6 is getting more golds.
He is.
Oh.
My. 6.
Oh.
Very close. Oh my god.
6 may take it. 137 and 147. Carnate win prediction.
Very nice. Very, very nice. I never understood how fish game worked, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It's not completely RNG. There are patterns, as you can see. It's just very complex. We haven't been able to dig deep enough yet through the code to actually figure out what the exact RNG is. We will get there eventually. So Carnate takes out takes a pretty significant advantage on 6 now.
Better RNG.
He went in like a second later and coming out good 5-10 seconds. Alright, see if Carnate can keep this lead all throughout Hub 1. He's got the ability to. We've seen his movement's been a little shaky today so far in this run, so hopefully he cleans that up a little bit. 6 has good movement. Very consistent runner.
6 is a Chad. It's my boy right there. No bias. I'm not biased. I'm not allowed to be biased.
I'm biased. I don't mind being biased. Yeah, Carnate he's just messing up some little subtle movements. And that's just allowing SixRock to catch up.
I can cost him quite a little bit in the long run. SixRock is very close behind now.
Yeah, I'd just like that, SixRock is almost made up 5 seconds.
It's amazing how just little slip-ups in movement can completely drastically change who's ahead.
Oh, ledge grab for 6 puts him a little bit behind. Oh, but then Carnate gets a ledge grab.
It's still very neck and neck, this race.
It's like 2 seconds apart now, wow.
Oh, dang.
Oh, Carnate's pretty low,
low gamma there, oh yeah.
Differs in cap cards. He could also, for some reason, if you have a day and night cycle, I'm pretty sure that affects the lighting inside of Temple as well. Lighting in this game is weird.
2001 game.
Another bonk for Carnate.
And SixRock just slightly pulled ahead right now.
Yeah.
They're both, well, SixRock are only now into the plant boss.
See if either of these runners can get quick bite here. Yeah, 6, he walked for a couple frames too long before doing the roll jump across the gap.
That's unfortunate.
Quick bite is an extremely precise, trick. Like, you have to have inputs down to a couple frames. And
so
you only get allowed a couple frames of leniency in order to get quick bite. You can still get bite skip, where the plant boss won't actually go and try to bite you on the first phase. You can just hit it right away if you kill it fast enough, but yeah, getting bite skip or getting quick bite
is very frame dependent, very precise.
Yeah, it's not the name isn't very intuitive. He doesn't actually bite quick. He doesn't bite less fast. No, I don't know. I don't know why we named it Quick Bite, but you can punch the boss quicker.
Got a cool ring to it, Quick Bite.
It's more like Quick Punch or Quick Hit instead of Quick Bite.
Both runners are doing the save and load to get back to Sandover Village right now. Very
That's actually a pretty interesting trick where it's a good thing to talk about the checkpoints in this game. So the checkpoints in this game are mostly manipulated by the camera. Sometimes they're manipulated by Jak. In that case, it's manipulated by the camera. So what the runners did is after they left FJ, they moved the camera into a zone into the Sandover Village zone. And because they save loaded in Sandover Village zone, they spawned at the nearest Sandover checkpoint, which there is only one checkpoint, and that's at the very top of the hut. So they saved like 45 seconds of running just by save loading. Because there's only one checkpoint in Sandover. It's pretty nice.
It's very, very interesting how checkpoints work in these games.
Yeah, Carnate has slight advantage. Six also started out of Geyser a second earlier. Ooh, what happened there from SixRock?
He got caught in the rock. He lost his eco, he didn't get... Oh, that's unlucky.
So what's interesting here now is that 6. Ooh, he almost fell. That would have been bad. There is a backup to get back up there, but falling there is not fun.
There is just that.
So SixRock is actually losing more time than it shows right here because he's not going to be able to do fast cycle with the Zeppelins now. It's fast cycle, you have to have pretty precise movement all the way up to them, and because of these mistakes, Six will not be able to do these do that fast cycle.
Yeah.
Though Carnate, I believe he is still moving fast enough to get it. Carnate should be able to do fast cycle.
What fast
That'll
cycle
save
is?
Yeah, fast cycle, I believe it saves about 8 seconds over death cycle. So we'll see Six here. Oh, he's actually going to go for it.
Doesn't go for death cycle. Nice.
He's not going for death cycle, which could be faster. It's not going to be faster than fast cycle, but he could end up being a little faster than death cycle if the Zeppelins line up properly. They line up in a favorable way.
Yeah, with the fast cycle, I believe the Zeppelins are pretty much inside each other on top of this area, allowing Jak to just uppercut and punch them, both killing 2 Zeppelins right at the start, so you don't have to go back and mess around with the...
Ooh, Carnate hits the first one, then hits the second one, so...
Yeah. And you can grab this one with a spin, and that's 3 out of the 6.
Yeah, so it looks like SixRock is actually able to make it up. His movement was just good enough that he was still able to hit both of them, which is very good. So now he's just behind Carnate. He messed up that second lurker a little bit. Now he is just behind Carnate. What is interesting though is, ooh, Carnate does not hit that lurker. That's gonna help Six catch up. Because now the lurker is going to land on the other side almost the same time.
It's still very close, honestly.
So yeah, those little hiccups by Six early on didn't affect him too much. It was pretty good. They're just about as even as they were going into Misty.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, Carnate's movement is getting better and better, so that's good to hear. Good to see for a good race. We always want good races.
Yeah, it's still anyone's race at this point, I'd say.
Oh yeah, it'll be anybody's race all the way until Snowy Mountain, I hope. Up 3 for sure.
Unless someone does very not good in Hub 2.
Yeah. Yeah, what I like about no LTS is that the game gets progressively easier to more difficult. Oh, no, Carnate bounces off the ledge.
Yeah, he missed the boosted. That's put SixRock ahead.
Yeah,
very ahead.
He got the boosted, but he landed in just the wrong spot where you actually can't get a ledge grab. So he just bounces off.
And then he gets that one too many times.
Yep, and that happens plenty.
Happens.
So unfortunately, there That's about a 14 to 15 second time loss to miss that boosted. So this will be the largest gap in the game so far, about 15 seconds. So 6 should take a pretty big lead out of Hub 1. First major mistake of the race so far.
Yeah, and if Connor can still come back, catch up if 6 doesn't, well, gets a little mistake here and there.
Mm-hmm.
So as we say before, like very minuscule little misses and little mistakes, like little bonks, because they can add up in the long run.
Yep. So yeah, going into Sentinel. Sentinel is, I would say it's considered the easiest level in no LTS. I think it's the easiest to be most consistent. At least that's, you know, for me, it's the most easiest to be consistent. So we won't see as many mistakes. There aren't as many areas to make big mistakes here. Although 6 can't get a high jump, as I'm saying it. That spot can be weird and won't give you a high jump for some reason.
I've been there, trust me.
So yeah, what I was saying earlier about the game getting easier to more difficult, it's pretty true. You start, Geyser can be a difficult level, but you really only lose a couple seconds maximum. Then FJ, the only time you lose on there is mostly RNG. Misty's a little more difficult, but then Sentinel's easier. But when you get to Hub 2, levels start to get a little more tricky. A little more tricks, a little more skips, especially when it comes to Boggy. Boggy gets pretty difficult, and then Hub 3, that's where the challenge starts. That's where a lot of time loss can happen.
Hub 3 is my worst hub. Hub 3 is definitely my worst hub.
Hub 3 is, in general, everybody's worst hub. Because of the new Boggy changes, Hub 2 could be some people's worst hubs, just because Boggy's so new and people aren't familiar with it.
Speaking of which, do you think either of them are going for the new Boggy?
I don't think so in this race. This race is so close that I think people will do the, you know, the out of bounds to skip kind of the long section, but I don't believe either of them will go for the uppercut into the third Zeppelin or third tether berm. I think that'd be a little too risky.
I've heard it is definitely the new hip fast route.
Yep, the new fast route. I don't remember what it is without Flufflet, but with Flufflet, I believe it saves 12 seconds. So I don't think either of them are going to try it with Flufflet.
They could both try it, probably go both on foot, maybe. Because I know there's two different
I think they'll both do it on foot, just to be safe. And we'll talk about it more when we get to Boggy, but there's really 3 main tricks. One of them is easy, one of them's a little trickier, and then one of them is really tricky.
Okay, SixRock is on the cliffs right now.
I think Carnate has made up a little bit of time.
It's still very close.
Tough to tell.
It is still very close. All it takes is one little misstep.
Yeah, like I said, Sentinel is pretty much the most consistent level for most runners, so...
Guess we'll see in Hub 2 if anything can happen.
Yep. Basin, you know, I think people are for the most part consistent. The only thing is plants. Someone gets a 2 cycle in plants, that can be 8 to 15 seconds lost right there. Ooh. So getting a first try plants.
Carnate didn't fall with the egg. Carnate didn't fall with the egg there.
Yeah, he lost a couple seconds there, so he's actually going to be down 20 seconds. So he might have lost a little bit of time there in Sentinel in general.
Listen, boys, I'll take this little chick back to the village with me and work with the sage to take care of her.
Yeah, both orb counts have been very good. I don't think either of them will have a problem getting the 240 orbs necessary to buy the 2 oracle cells in Sandover.
Yeah, I think SixRock on 2's 29 now. Yes.
He's about 2 orbs short than what, you know, most people want, but that won't be an issue. You can grab those 2 orbs anywhere.
Yeah, there's 6 free orbs around Oracle as well that you just pick up if you're just out of the orbs. which is very nice. There are definitely a few along the way.
Oh, the muse! You saved her! Oh,
Carnate has a lot more orbs.
Take this power cell.
He's over-orbed at this point, I think.
Inspiration back.
It's never a bad thing. Never a bad thing. Yeah, both runners did a load there as well, saving you having to walk back at the very start.
So just like in Sandra Village, Sentinel Beach actually only has one checkpoint as well. So if you save load from anywhere in Sentinel Beach, it'll take you right to the beginning of the beach and right outside of Sandover. So it's pretty helpful for anybody trying to get out of Sentinel Beach.
SixRock had exactly 240 orbs there.
Yep, planned it out perfectly. Grabbed the 2 extra orbs to make sure he only had to grab the 6 on the 2 platforms to grab 240.
To me, 120 precursor
Big brain right there.
power cell I contain.
Yeah, both with the save load, they didn't save. They didn't save because whenever you pick up a power cell, it will automatically save the game. So there's no point saving after that. They can just load from the checkpoint at that point.
Proving yourself worthy.
Yep. Yeah, every time someone collects a power cell, game automatically saves, so you won't have to load, or you won't have to actually save, or you can just load.
It's very, very nice. And with this Scoutfly, SixRock is at the end of Hub 1. Almost. Fire Canyon.
Yeah, we usually consider the end of Fire Canyon as the end of Hub 1.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird because it's a connector level, so it's, you know, a zoomer level in between hubs, but
I guess it
for the most part, yeah, he's finishing it up.
Yeah.
Fire Canyon runners,
Great!
it's hard to lose more than 2 seconds in Fire Canyon.
Now be careful.
Unless you lose
I'm
Blue
gonna find a way to, don't worry.
500
Yeah.
degrees. So try
Everybody's pretty consistent.
flying over open lava will definitely
I have missed the Scoutfly cell, actually, in Fire Canyon once.
Oh no. Everybody's done that eventually. Or at some point.
Fire canyon gets pretty hot.
Ooh,
Carnate
Carnate
trip.
with
Keep a
the
lookout
trip.
for jumps to keep you off the hot
I believe
water.
So
that
the reason why he
level
trips
load
there,
Blue cooling balloons.
so what happens is Carnate actually scaled those steps to get up to Fire Canyon so fast that Fire Canyon couldn't load in yet, and the developers, you know, they had a fail-safe there where if the level's not loaded in, they obviously don't want the player to see that, so they have Jack trip. He trips and falls over for some reason, and usually by the time Jack gets back up, the level's loaded in. There are times where you can trip twice in a row if you know, do some specific movement in some areas. I've even seen 3 times in a row. You get to a spot so fast, the game's just not ready. But yeah, that's one of the features. Like Jak and Daxter is the first game to have this open world, seamless load levels. Every other game before this is, you know, you go and you get a black screen, and then the level loads, and then you go in. This was seamless, and it was revolutionary.
It's very, very smart.
Yeah, for a 2001 game, this game was revolutionary and really changed the dynamic of 3D platformers.
100%. Yeah, I don't think, honestly, I don't think the Jak series or many PS2 platformers, I don't think they would be where they are without Jak. That's my personal opinion anyway. Without this game,
Jak was very fundamental in a lot of game design for future, you know, PS2 and even some PS3 games. So yeah, SixRock finishes Fire Canyon with like a 23:10. Extremely good. That is very good. He's on a good pace. 23:40 for Carnate, so he's about 30 seconds behind. SixRock is performing pause buffers to get out of Blue Sage. Do you want to explain that, Recon?
I will try my best.
Try your best.
Okay, Carnate's about to do the exact same thing SixRock has just done. Pretty much, he pause buffered, pressed the button, which didn't play the cutscene. So after that, he saves the game and loads outside, but the cutscene is still loaded, pretty much. So they do another pause buffer here, as Carnate is doing now, to disable there's a cutscene bubble around the hut. If the camera clips into that bubble, Yeah, the cutscene will just play no matter what. So this pause buffering for some reason disables that bubble. So to skip out of that, skip the cutscene, they pause buffer, they remove the bubble, and they go on their merry way. But
yeah,
it is still loaded. It is still loaded, so if the camera goes into that bubble at all, like within the next area, the cutscene will still play. So you'll probably
point
see
it out.
Yeah,
we'll point it out how the runners have to avoid that bubble in the future. And to explain pause buffers more, what happens is you press start and pull up the HUD. So you try to pull up the HUD in the pause menu at the exact same time. What happens is kind of a weird thing where the game thinks that the game is paused, but it's just pulling up the HUD menu. So you can still move around, but the game thinks it's paused. And obviously you can't watch a cutscene while the game is paused. So you're able to move around, the game thinks it's paused, so you're able to leave that cutscene bubble. And it won't play the cutscene. And then it's always up for about 2.5 seconds, so you have that long to do it.
yeah.
SixRock trying plants. Was he gonna get it?
First cycle.
Oh, he got it. Barely got it. Huge win.
With the pause buffer, I believe it's the game can't pull up the pause menu while the HUD is up for some funky coding there. So
Yeah, it can't pull it up even though it thinks that it is pulled up. So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Very, very cool.
That discovery, that might be the most important discovery in Jack's speedrunning. Oh, he just barely missed one plant.
That's unfortunate.
Oh, that is super unfortunate. He's gonna lose him like 10 seconds.
Beware of the dark light.
Maybe only 8.
The fate of one of you.
That was pretty quick, 2 cycle.
120 precursor
Yeah.
orbs for each
I usually get 2 cycle on my runs.
Yeah. An important thing that the runners also did here was grab just enough orbs to get to 240 after... Yep, to get to 240 after Basin. That way they can grab 2 more cells at this Oracle here, where SixRock is at.
I offer you
So they grab 217 out of Basin, grab 3 orbs on this way, and there's 20 orbs in this orb vent that Carnate is collecting.
Exactly 240. Wow.
After this, they'll just be collecting orbs. They don't have to collect like too difficult. They only need 240 more orbs by the end of Hub 3, which will be in about 30 minutes.
Yep.
A little less, 25-30 minutes.
Okay.
So they have plenty of time to get to the last 240, so they won't be worrying about orbs too much now. As you can see, 6 is skipping a whole bunch.
What 6 did there with the camera? Always doing that.
Elevator death warp. We'll get to that later. Carnate. Let's talk about the Carnate. You'll see him try to avoid this cutscene bubble when he's going across these planks towards LPC. He'll turn his camera all the way to the left to face the HUD. You see him started there.
Yep.
Keep
As
his
we
camera
say.
all the way left and avoid.
Yeah. If the camera goes into that bubble, cutscene will start. It's very, very unfortunate if that happens.
Yeah. It's about a minute long cutscene. I think it's like 45 seconds ish. Carnate also doing Death Warp, which is a very confusing trick. It has to do with weird checkpoints and load times and fail safes made by the developers, but basically all you need to know is they did it at a certain point where they were closer to the LPC checkpoint.
Then they were
And
to the rocket
because of a failsafe where if you're in the air for more than 2 seconds on the elevator, the game will, respawn you. It thinks that there's like a bug and it'll just kill you. It just spawns you in LPC. If they do it slightly too early, they'll actually spawn in Rock Village. And that's not good, because then you have to go all the way back to LPC, across the boards, avoiding the cutscene. Yeah. The LPC is where the game really starts to get strange. Few out of bounds. You see 6 just did one there. He actually he jumped through a wall. Oh, right over a wall.
Yeah.
In LPC, a lot of the walls, that's an unfortunate death for Carnate. tries to roll jump to the cell, but ends up clipping just the edge of one of those platforms and stopping his
Falling in.
distance.
That's unfortunate.
The Six is doing another out of bounds trick here.
Is he still in? Okay, he is.
Yep, you got it. So you jump out of bounds into the water. Climbs up to this platform.
He's got
He
it.
still gets the next ledge grab. Climbs up just outside of this platform, does a boosted across, grabs his power cell, which is supposed to be there at the end of the towards the end of LPC.
Yeah.
You're supposed to come up and grab that power cell pretty much last. So we skip it and grab it first.
That is the one skip.
Early.
It's the one skip I can't do in LPC.
Piggyback skip is very difficult to do.
Yeah.
For new runners, it takes a long time to get into it.
Yeah, piggyback skips saves you having to go down here, and also it saves you having to go down to these 2 slides that you can do. The second one is much longer than this. And at the end of the second one, there's this big tower you have to climb up as well. That is where the cell is, at the very top of that tower. It saves you doing all of that, pretty much.
We'll see once Six activates his blue eco, opens the door. He's gonna go, but instead of going down the slide to the tube, he's gonna do another out of bounds clip.
Vent
We'll
clip.
see here, setting it up. Jumps out just over the wall, starts to fall down that tube that you're supposed to go up, and he's gonna grab the cell at the bottom using a pause buffer. So once again, the only reason we pause buffer this is to skip a cutscene, because the game won't play a cutscene if the game thinks it's paused. And because he didn't go down the slide, he never actually sets his checkpoint to the bottom of the slide. So when he dies, or when he loads like he did,
It's at the top.
he still has the checkpoint outside the door to the submarine. So he's able to, just spawn right there instead of having to, go up the entire tube and have to go all the way down the first slide again.
Very funky.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool trick. It's been around for as long as I've been around. I've been around for just about 3 full years now. I'm not sure when this out of bounds clip was found, but it's very helpful. Saves quite a bit of time in LPC.
2 months, Lamo.
Ooh, 6. Ooh, is he gonna make it? Alright, he does fish skip here, which is slightly slower than fish skip, but we'll give him credit for doing it.
Okay, here we go.
Strat.
We're about to see if he's going for the newer boggy route.
Yeah, so this boggy route, you'll see pretty much every runner do. We actually go through boggy backwards. So instead of going through forwards and collecting cells like normal, we're gonna use that little, exploit and start going through backwards.
There were speedrunners, we don't pay attention to rules.
So by 6 turning around right there, he's actually setting his checkpoint there. That way, if he accidentally dies, he spawns a little closer.
Yeah, I actually did not know that.
Yep. So by going backwards there a little bit, he'll actually set his checkpoint there. If you go through a checkpoint backwards, you won't make it. You won't actually activate it. So 6 does the first out of bounds trick. Oh, and he is going to do the uppercut.
Ooh.
Oh. So
This
he's
is,
gonna walk down.
Yep. Did he make it?
And he gets
He made
it.
Very
Amazing.
nice, very nice.
So he clips under the walls here, which normally you would have to, jump through a blue eco pad and jump over and get it, but it saves a lot of time. I think this alone saves 5-10 seconds here. So then he's going to, he's going to be able to jump out using this. Oh, and he gets a 1 frame out too.
Very nice.
We'll explain 1 frames later. So now he's got to grab a cell that's back here using Flufflet. He might do the full Flufflet route. So use a little exploit there. That's actually an extremely difficult trick. Like, surprisingly difficult. It doesn't look. It looks easy, but that is a very difficult trick. Now he's going to try to go out of bounds here. He gets that easy.
Top runners make this game look so easy. Pretty much, we're not supposed to have Flufflet here.
Flufflet is not supposed to be out of his area here. He's struggling to be able to break this boulder. He's going to kill the frog just to be safe. SixRock is making this look easy. This is very difficult what he's doing. being able to do those out of bounds glitches, very well done. Oh, Carnate also went under. He went under the walls. And SixRock did that trick with no problem. That is also extremely difficult to do.
I could be wrong. Oh, Carnate's doing flip too. Very
Both going with the flat route. SixRock made
cracked.
it. He made it perfect. That was he's cracked. That was amazing. I mean, he might be the first person to do it. I don't know if he's done it in his other races. Carnate just missed that out of bounds. He's gonna try it again. It shows you how difficult it is to get it. Oh, he just grabs the landing.
I could
So
be
now
wrong,
SixRock takes advantage of the fact that we are going through Boggy backwards, and because he never really set his checkpoints put him towards the front because he never actually went forwards.
Very nice.
Very confusing. Boggy is by far the most confusing level in this game. And most of these discoveries were found recently. Oh no, Carnate! So Carnate tried to do one more out of bounds, didn't make it, ended up dying. If he fell a different direction, he would have loaded where he's about to load now. Because he didn't actually go backwards far enough, he didn't. So he had to go back and load.
It's very,
so he'll be doing the rest of this on foot.
Yeah, this new Boggy route was found very recently, right?
Yeah, very recently. Going backwards has been a thing for a while now. Might even be a full year now, but some of these out of bounds tricks and especially the new flip movement is completely new. Within the last month, it's all been found.
It was SixRock, right? I believe SixRock helped a lot with that one. Maybe even found.
Yeah, so Six helped a lot with the. Oh, Carnate got avenged. Nice. All cut things runners now. SixRock's helped a lot with the new flut route. Aslov and Trots were also very big in that. And that's SixRock probably saved 20 to 30 seconds over a normal boggy. Or a normal backwards boggy. That impressive. So SixRock is just standing still. Why is he doing it? Oh, the level disappeared. Huh. Interesting.
Very, very interesting.
Yeah, so I'll go ahead and explain that. So what Carnate is doing, he's going all the way up to Claw, and he's going to set his checkpoint there. So you'll see he's going up. Once he activates this cutscene, his checkpoint is set right there, and the game thinks he's in Mountain Pass. He's going to turn around and go to Boggy and do what's called an idle deload, where after 30 seconds, Jack plays an idle animation, and that makes the game know where you are. If you do an idle animation in Boggy, the game knows you're in Boggy and sets it to that. So what happens is his checkpoint is still at Claw, but the game thinks he's at Claw. So when he does his idle animation, he'll do a pause buffer at the end, and because the game thinks he's at Claw, it will completely deload Boggy because he's not at Boggy. So it'll deload Boggy, he's going to fall through the world and die, but then the game now realizes, oh, he's actually over here. Let's spawn him at the nearest checkpoint. The nearest checkpoint just happens to be, because of where Carnate is standing on this rock, it's actually closer to the end of Claw, after Claw, than it is anywhere else. You'll see Carnate, once he dies here, he's going to spawn after Claw. And boom, just like that. And we skip a 2 to 3 minute Claw fight. SixRock finishes Mountain Pass. Pretty simple zoomer level. But now he's going backwards. Why didn't he just do this on the zoomer?
He's too cool for that.
He's too cool for that. So there's one cell here where in casual gameplay, you're supposed to go up to Snowy Mountain, activate Yellow Eco, then use that Yellow Eco in this Mountain Pass level to break a boulder and grab one last cell. But we found a little trick where we do a boosted over a gap, which is supposed to stop us from coming this far out. And we can just climb up this wall using some weird movement mechanics. As you can see, Jak is floating in this animation because he's not supposed to be there. That's a quick little way to avoid having to go back to Mountain Pass after Snowy to collect that cell.
Yeah, we're speedrunners. We don't play by rules.
Now coming up is the second longest cutscene in the game behind the intro cutscene, but we're going to try to skip it using the same pause buffer strategy that we used in Blue Sage, but kind of different.
Nice.
So in Blue Sage, there's no way to die quick, so what we did is we save load and then we pause buffer to get out of Blue Sage. We can't do that here because the camera is going to be inside of the bubble anywhere in pretty much anywhere in Volcanic Crater, so it would activate the cutscene if we tried to save load and then run around. So what we do is we have to find a way to die. And by dying, we skip the cutscene because the game's like, oh, you died during a cutscene, we'll just skip the cutscene. So it's an incredibly precise trick. Most runners often complete it with less than 0.2 of a second to go. If they were 0.2 of a second too late, they would have had to watch the cutscene. Oh, Six did not mean to die there. Let's go across this again. So yeah, it's a very complex trick, and like I said, you can't die in Blue Sage fast enough, and that's why we don't die during that cutscene skip.
Yeah, those cutscene skips, for me personally, they are not very friendly.
Oh, what is SixRock doing? Oh, he's doing a different route than normal.
Yeah, I've never
This
seen
is a way
before.
to grab these 2 scout flies really quick. He's gonna go up and then he can just jump up to the cell, which it might be faster, but at the same time he's missing out on a lot of orbs. You can get a lot of orbs in Snowy, so it's not really a big deal.
Nice.
Alright,
Okay.
and good boosted by SixRock. So that gap
before.
is actually too far for a normal boosted. So what you saw Six do is he zoom walked off the edge a little bit to get a little closer. He got a little bit closer to the ledge. That way, when he actually does the full boosted, he makes it. It's a very difficult boost.
Very, very nice.
I'm sure as a new runner, you can attest to that.
Oh, I hate it.
I'm an old runner, and I hate it too. Well, unfortunate death for Carnate.
Yeah.
Some invisible walls here in Spider Cave are pretty annoying. Hub 3 wasn't completely finished by the devs. They started to run out of time, so some things weren't really fine-tuned.
Yeah, that's why I hate it so much.
Yeah, there's some weird, collision with some walls, but it's still fine. Most casual players don't even notice.
Yeah, what
Six
Carnate is doing right now.
Quick little trick. He's supposed to break these dark eco crystals in that water. He just shoots a yellow eco down there using a nice little trick by jumping over the dark eco to shoot.
Yeah, what Carnate is doing...
Cave.
Ooh. Carnate missed the boosted there. What Carnate is doing, he's doing the original... Well, the original route, I suppose, yeah. The route I expected SixRock to do.
Oh, he's not going to get the blue eco, so... Oh, he still gets it all. He's going to try this boosted again. It's a difficult boost, especially with blue eco. That's why he's doing this zoom walk strategy.
Nice.
To do it with just the normal, without doing the zoom walk strategy, you have to be walking at the slowest possible speed for Jak. Oh no, wait, did he get that scout fly? Oh, he didn't.
See. Oh no.
Oh, he bonks on a rock and has to go all the way back up. Oh, what is... Seems a little lost. And he's gonna try to go back up, do the boosted, or he's just gonna jump down. So that's unfortunate time loss for Carnate there.
Yeah, SixRock
He
is
doesn't
doing...
have to do the boosted. Oh, he could have just jumped on the ledge right in front of him.
He wanted to
Yeah, that kind of shows slight inexperience in Carnate. He is still somewhat of a newer runner. He joined within the last year, I'm pretty sure. SixRock's been in the community forever. Way too long. He should leave. I don't know what he's still doing here.
Oh, okay. Poor dude. Oh yeah, SixRock is at the very end of Spider Cave here as well.
Yeah, Six is actually gonna do some cool movement techniques here. Quad jump, double jump, shoot the yellow eco, and then spin. You get a lot of height there. He's gonna use that to grab the platform and just grab right up, go right up to the cell.
It's called a quad jump, I believe.
Yep, quad jump. That's what we call it.
And he retains when there's yellow eco, so there's a very secret cell up there. Hidden in a box. So he's just gonna grab that.
That's a cell that most casuals don't know where it is. It's pretty hidden. That's why we call it a secret cell. You grab the yellow eco and you can just shoot it from Spider Cave in order to get it.
Very nice.
Now he's off to Snowy.
I hate Snowy.
Oh, Snowy is the best level. Once you figure out flood mechanics, it's the best level. You'll figure it out. Wait, I'm not being toxic. I'm just saying 6 is old and shouldn't be in the community.
Old and washed up, shouldn't be.
Old and washed up, even though he's winning in a tournament.
Oh, he's miles ahead of me. Trust me.
Miles ahead of most of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Snowy Mountain, it's my favorite level. It's a difficult level, but I enjoy it. I love the movement.
My favorite casually. Not speedrun. My favorite casually.
That's fair, yeah. Most people like either Snowy or Sentinel the most casually. SixRock's gonna use a little bug to get the lurker down without having to break his kill his defenders.
Defenders.
He's got mini defenders. Six is gonna go after these defenders now. He's gonna kill all 3 of them, and then the lurker,
bodyguards,
like the final boss. Yeah, bodyguards. He's like the final boss of that little area.
The bouncers of the club right there.
The bouncers. I'm calling them that now. Those guys are the bouncers.
Nice.
Six with a little trick here. This actually saves a pretty long platforming section that you're supposed to do on Flut. Supposed to only be able to get to cell Flut by using some special maneuvers, some like little boosteds, kind of mini boosteds. You are able to just completely skip that section.
Very nice.
With 6 now, he's going to be going towards yellow vent, which you're supposed to go all the way around on this pretty difficult platforming section, but we just skipped that. We're like, nah, we're just gonna go up the slide. Yeah, that section's actually pretty difficult, and he gets a 2-frame.
That's SixRock is cracked.
There's a little 2-frame trick there where if you do an uppercut within a 2-frame window during the cutscene, or just before the cutscene starts, you will launch yourself upwards, and he actually launches himself through the ceiling and toward the next part of the level. Kind of funny. Now he just goes around an invisible wall. Snowy's also very broken, if you couldn't tell already. He just goes around an invisible wall and takes Fluff out of his where he's supposed to be. So for the rest of Snowy, he's going to be using Flufflet, and you're not supposed to use Flufflet for any of this. Not a single second.
And Flufflet is bound to an area. That's why the invisible wall is at the back. So we just bypass that, I guess.
And I'm sure every single person has tried to take Flufflet out of their area. He's going to use another little section where he skips having to defeat the bouncers and just go right after the main man.
I never knew you could do this until very recently, actually.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah, you can jump on any of them. There's actually a way to defeat that guy without eco, too. Pretty complex way, but it is possible. You can do a quick little cell skip here. This, I don't even know if I should explain it. It's a confusing trick why that cell gets... It's like the cell gets deload. The cell and the cutscene both deload because the camera is super high in the air. But then, you know, when the camera comes back down, the cell loads back in, but the cutscene doesn't load back in. So you grab the cell before the cutscene loads in, and you can just grab the cell. Pretty
Stop
interesting.
trying to explain stuff to you through.
Come on, I love explaining stuff. I think it has something to do with that. I could be completely wrong, which is probably why they're yelling at me.
Lamau. I think it might be something to do with Flip-Flop. I think. Like, Flip-Flop's not supposed to be there, so the cell's like...
It's not Fluff-Flip because it's the exact same way that the geyser cell skip works and multiple cell skips work. So Six is gonna... Just leaving Snowy, he's gonna perform one last trick to skip the gondola to go down.
Kind of missed the 2-frame. Can he? Ooh.
Yeah, he missed the 2-frame, so he used an infinite bounce glitch to be able to get up through the ceiling. So Six does it. Now, normally, obviously, you can't do this. Normally, because you don't have Fluff-Flip, so you can't get the distance to go out. But there's also a death plane that's under. So you actually jump past the death plane. But after this, you still want to spawn inside of, you know, volcanic crater when you're done. You don't want to spawn, so you actually have to hit a checkpoint plane. This checkpoint plane is under the death plane. So by using some precise movement, you jump past the death plane, but come back to hit the checkpoint plane.
And you also keep Flip-Flop.
Yeah, and Flip.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you see if Flip-Flop is not loaded because Snowy deloads. So because Snowy's deloaded, he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
And now SixRock, because he hit the checkpoint, he can save load and spawn back in Volcanic Crater on foot.
Very
Now
nice.
you don't go through the rest of Volcanic Crater on Fluff-Flip because if you load another level, the game only allows 2 levels to be loaded at once. And because you're on Fluff-Flip, Snowy is always loaded. Snowy and Volcanic Crater would be loaded. If you start to load another level, that's the 3rd level loaded, and the game just crashes. It just doesn't work.
The game gives up.
The game just completely gives up and is like, no, you can't do that. I'm not letting you play.
I'm out of memory, bro. Please stop.
I don't want to think about what those temperatures would do to your zoomer if the shield gives out.
Alright, well, Six is going on to the last connector level through Lava Tube. I don't think he'll perform Citadel Hops, but who knows, maybe he will. Citadel Hops is a even newer find.
I was there for that
Newer
one.
find. It saves like 20 seconds. It might save a little less than no LTS. Saves like 20 seconds in any percent, but it's real confusing. I'm not even gonna try to explain it.
Something really fast speed. There you go.
You go really fast, you jump over an invisible wall, you hit a checkpoint, you hit a cutscene and then die at the same time, and then you spawn at the top of Citadel. We'll see the runner. The runners will do the Citadel skip anyways, but they will just do it in a slower way than with these Citadel hops.
Yeah, I think SixRock wants to play it a little bit safe. And I don't think there's any need to do Citadel hops. They are very, very difficult, especially if you mess them up.
Oh yes, he's doing Orange's skip. Come on. He gets it.
Nice.
So using some good movement with the eco, you can just completely skip the door. You can launch yourself off the door and go up over the wall.
Very, very nice.
That was awesome. So it saves a little bit of time, not too much, like a couple seconds. But with oranges, you could also get unlucky and lose time. So, you know, it's almost safer to do oranges skip because it's almost easier than getting good oranges. Surprisingly enough, if you practice it enough.
Yeah, SixRock is coming up to the end of Lava Tube very soon. After that, we have the final level, and then the final boss, which is very, very cool.
He's going to perform a couple cutscene skips where, once again, he's going to pause buffer a cutscene, so the cutscene won't play, and he's going to die to skip the cutscene. That'll actually happen twice. We'll see it right here with the button. This removes an invisible wall to get you into Citadel. Kira actually pops in there because the cutscene thinks it's played, so Kira just starts standing there. And he's going to do it once more here, right at the end of this. Now, normally you would just spawn right here at the beginning, but the game's broken. The devs messed up. Because of that cutscene, for some reason, in earlier versions of the game, the end of the cutscene actually sets your checkpoint to the top of Citadel.
Carnate did some very swag strats there. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, I don't think I saw it.
He went for lava tube skip, but then went backwards into lava tube.
Oh, did he do like rocket? Okay, that's yeah, because the cutscene sets your checkpoint at the end of Citadel, once you skip it and die, you spawn where your checkpoint is, which is at the very top of Citadel, and then you can just pause buffer another cell, save load, or you just load because you technically collect the cell.
Yeah.
And you can just leave. And Citadel becomes easiest.
It's SixRock PB pace. Or just about over.
He is doing very well. I don't know if it's PB pace.
You have to be like some cracked strats here.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe he can do it. That would be pretty cool if we see a PB track. He's played a very clean game. Only some minor mistakes all throughout the run, but it's been a very clean game.
Can he get a 1 frame though?
He got the first one.
Nice.
He gets the second one. Has anybody gotten all 3 in a tournament race so far? Do you know that, Sarah?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'm not Sarah, but you know. Yeah, I'm not too sure on that one.
Yeah, 1 frames, obviously like it says, you have 1 frame, for some reason, on the 15th frame after hitting X on the jump pad. Oh, he missed the last one. No, he didn't get it. Commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Stellar got all 3 once? Okay, maybe he did. Stellar's good at 1 frames. But on the 15th frame after you hit X on the jump pad, you're able to have an input, and for some reason, and when you spin, you actually get less height, and because you get less height, you land faster and start the next phase faster, so it saves a few seconds.
Yeah, very, very nice. I've done them accidentally. It's very nice.
Yeah, most people only get them accidentally. If you just spam circle after pressing X, you may get it eventually.
I don't think SixRock PBs, very sadly.
No, he's not going to PB, he's going to be about 15 seconds off. Oh, so close.
He still played a godlike race, though. Very good.
Very good. To be within 20 seconds, within even 15 seconds of your PB in a race, that's extremely good.
It's very, very good.
Yeah, and he had a perfect bogey, too. That was a great race to watch. Like, Carnate, he's got a good time. Like, Carnate is playing well. He had a couple mistakes here and there, but he's playing well. Just unfortunately, SixRock just had an even better day.
And that's time. 57:27 was that? Nice.
Yep, 57:27. 11 seconds off PB. Amazing run.
That was incredible.
Yeah. I purposely tried to avoid talking about Six's pace just because I thought he was going to PB, and you know, I'm a superstitious guy, so I'm like, I'm not gonna mention it just because it could happen.
Nah, I'm
a very good pace.
No, I cursed him. I'm sorry, Six.
Nah, by the time you cursed him, it was already a little too late. If he got the last 1 frame, he would have saved, I think, 6 more seconds. No, maybe like 8 more seconds. So he would have been only within a few seconds. I think 6 seconds, because he didn't get quick shot either.
Yeah, I think he said in chat just before he was 9 seconds off PB, I think. So he could have.
Oh yeah, because he started a little early on our screen. So, he started a little earlier than Carnate. So sometimes he might be off, but yeah, he probably got +9, which means the last 1 frame would have put him within a couple seconds of a PB. But 1 frames are
very impressive. He's played such a good race, honestly.
It was an incredible race.
Also, Carnate there.
Finishing up now. He'll likely get a 1 flat, which is a very good run. His PB is a 59.52. He'll
33
be
minutes faster than me.
Yeah, he'll
Very,
be.
very nice.
Yeah, that's incredible run. Yeah, just being within a minute in a race setting is very good. You know, that's every runner is happy with being within a minute.
I want to
during a
race. I want to race. It'd be fun. It'd be fun.
Get your times up or down, I guess. Get your times down.
I don't think I want any more than my current time. Thank you. Takes a while.
Yeah, you'll have sub 110 in no time. Just
hell yeah. Just gotta
a
grind.
little bit of practice, little bit of consistency, and boom, sub 110, just like that.
Yeah, what Carnate did before as well. He moved his binoculars upwards and respawned the green echo. That's a very, very weird bug.
Oh yeah, there's a weird bug where it's a weird camera thing where if you zoom in on your goggles during a phase of the boss, that's the boss. Wow, that was bad. You'll respawn the eco. You'll almost like reset. You'll like deload the eco, and then once your camera comes back, it's like, oh, the eco's supposed to be there, so it spawns that eco back, so you can get infinite health there in final boss.
Very nice. Yeah, I've heard it resets the stage a little bit because I've done it. I've done it before.
It has happened where it actually resets the entire boss fight. Very rare though.
104.
101,
Nice.
41. Wow.
What? 141. Nice. That was not bad.
Hey,
that was not played.
my PB's. Oh no, my PB's a 101.40. Never mind. I was gonna say I beat that. Amazing. Within a minute of his PB. That was just
amazing.
two incredible runs by both
Very
of
good
these
run.
runners. SixRock with the 55, 58. Nice one, Saren. Yeah, so that was two incredible runs. Both runners should be very happy with how they played.
100%.
Yeah, both runners are
great.
willing to get interviewed, so let's pull them in.
I actually think Carnate said he wasn't able to be here for an interview.
Oh, he's in the waiting room, so he might be able to.
Maybe he is. We shall see.
Yep, he can do a quick interview.
Very, very nice.
Let's do that. GG's.
Good evening. Very well played. Very clean race.
The match result still says 55, 58.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'll take that.
Beat me by 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Amazing run by both of you guys. Well done. I mean,
Thank you. I was fuming at Boggy though when your guys were like going insane over how good it was.
you were
but it was
fuming? That
terrible.
looked like a good boggy.
That was
It was
very
so
good.
bad.
I guess you messed up the first, like, going under, like, into third tether once, but other than that, what else went wrong?
I nailed
I lost 18 seconds on my gold.
18, wow. I guess a little bit had to do with, like, missing up the going under, but wow, I didn't think you lost that much, but still, a very good run.
Just very correct. It's still very correct.
I missed the float one, like the one to the first tether.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah, it's hard stuff.
Still very impressive though.
To get a 57-27 being plus 32 at Fire Canyon, I'll take that. I played pretty good
Yeah.
after Hub 1, honestly.
To be fair, your run was very, very, very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It was very satisfying to watch.
Well, I appreciate that.
Can you teach me your ways?
Alright.
Practice and play way more than you should.
Fair enough.
Not enough to actually
Give up your entire life and dedicate it to Jak and Daxter.
Hell yes. I will attempt to do this. Coming for that world record. Let's go.
Also, I heard that running low eco guarantees you a sub 1.
Running low
Is this true?
guarantees a lot of headaches.
Maybe I
Guarantees
should
in my
invest time into that category.
No, low eco is great, but
Alright, low eco tournament next.
Pog. Hell, I'll join.
So yeah, I mean, one thing, I was just listening to the stream the whole time, it's a clear confusion about like G3. You basically said the right thing about cell cutscene skips, except you said them the wrong way around.
Oh.
It doesn't load in as you get it. It
deloads
as you get it.
Oh, interesting. It deloads as you get it.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah,
I guess
like,
I call it the deload hamburger.
You could. Are you talking about the flip flop one?
Yeah,
the one in Snowy.
Yeah. If you actually see the cell, you can see it sometimes disappear.
I guess that's still what I meant. Like, because you do that, it deloads when you go to grab it, so you just grab the cell, not the cutscene.
Yeah.
I see what you mean,
like
though.
that.
Yeah.
I
can explain that better.
It's like entirely actually got to do with the camera. So it's like you get it, and then as you get it, the camera goes into the zone where it deloads, so it skips the cutscene. But yeah.
Very nice.
Was enjoyable. You guys did a great job in commentary.
Yeah.
As well.
Oh, thank you.
Great job running. I managed to go an entire race without saying that the game got confused.
Oh, you just ruined it.
Now the race is over. It's fine.
Game got confused and I missed the last one frame.
Dang. It's fair. Still really, really well played though. Very well done to the both of you for that race.
That was my second last game in the tournament because I'm playing against Aslov next.
Oh no. Well, I have to go ahead
Good luck out of groups.
Best of luck with that, right? With
Are
that
you? What's your record, Six? Are you 2-0?
I'm 2-1. That was my last game. In the
2-1. Yeah, so you will make it into the playoffs, but
yes. It's Aslov.
Yeah, it's against Aslov. Good luck.
Thank you.
Is Aslov 3-0?
It's been a great tournament, guys.
No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You're cracked, my dude.
And he's got a 3-minute better PB than I do.
You'll be fine.
But you have heart and dedication.
You have more swag.
I will take Sora in Smash as my power.
Bet. Smash Sora. Alright, well, that is our last race of the day. Thank you all for watching. I don't know when we have matches next. You want to jump in, Saren?
I think there's one on Thursday. A singular one.
Ooh, if no one's commentating, maybe I could. Depends on time, though.
It's like a very
my
early
commentary
one.
skills.
Something like 6:30 a.m. I think.
Wait, let me check the sketch.
The sketch.
But yeah, mostly no races until the weekend.
Very nice.
Alright.
What?
Just about to finish up the group phase, and then is there a bracket channel? Bracket command?
I think there's
no
a
thanks.
schedule.
No.
No, thank
there you go.
Oh, there it is.
It is at 6:30 in the morning. I'm not doing that.
Oh, a race at 6:30 in the morning.
As one does, you know.
Those are
Alright, I
fun.
have to skedaddle. GG's, guys. Thanks for the commentary.
GG's.
No problem. GG's.
Good luck out of groups, and I'll see y'all later.
See you later. Very, very good race.
Peace.
Very well done.